Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a general collective reading, okay? You're going to know best how this resonates for you, where it fits on your timeline, and if it's past, present, or future, okay? So let's see what is happening right now in the collective. What do you guys need to know about? What's the message from Spirit? Let's see. All right, that took a second. Okay, Knight of Swords is at the bottom. Okay, so we're starting off with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so this has something to do with someone losing a lot of money, losing some sort of generational wealth, all right? And then we just have a King of Cups and a Queen of Swords in reverse. So let's see what this is. Why is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here? Why is that here? The Two of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. So it looks like there's some sort of a plan here that didn't work out. Okay, Seven of Swords. Somebody here could be feeling unrested. They could be feeling stressed out, nervous, anxious in a way. They can't find peace of mind. They could be up all night thinking about something here, some sort of a plan that didn't work. This person is trying to figure out how to balance this out, how to change something, how to keep something going. Tell me about the King of Cups, please. We have the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Cups again. All right, so we're dealing with a painful betrayal here, an ultimate betrayal, and someone being confused about a betrayal or not knowing what to do. Somebody could be looking at their options. All right, what's the Queen of Swords reverse? Who's this? The Tower in reverse. Someone is trying to avoid a catastrophe of some sorts, justice. And the Five of Swords. All right, so we're dealing with someone here that's trying to figure out how they can still win, how they can get what they want, how they can manipulate or do something calculated here. They're trying to avoid some sort of destruction or a catastrophe of some sorts. They're nervous, they're stressed because some sort of a plan didn't work. And now they're trying to figure out how they can balance something out. Okay. So tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles reverse, please. This has to do with a King of Pentacles and a group of people or a party or a collaboration, okay? Who's this King of Pentacles? Oh, it's the judge again, or this prosecutor again, all right? So, or somebody under judgment or something to do with a judge, prosecution, a lawyer, okay? And a journey. This is making me feel, or has JJ, could have something to do with the jurisdiction maybe, okay? Something about being judged far away or something in a different place maybe, like taking something to a different county or a different state or something like that. It's kind of what that looks like. Is that what this is? The Knight of Cups. and death. This, okay, Scorpio energy. A Knight of Cups could be a Scorpio. Doesn't have to though. It has to do with an ending, a permanent ending. What's the Knight of Cups? A snake. Okay, a snake. Somebody that's in competition with you, an enemy, clever. A snake is trying to figure out how they can balance something out, how they can switch something around here. A plan didn't work. It could have some, why am I getting like the jurisdiction again? Okay, something far away, something in a distance, with judication being here, a judge, prosecution, a lawyer, something far away. Or farther away. What's this about? It's about lovers and a gift. It's about somebody giving something to someone. A relationship, a lover. What is that? Love. Somebody giving someone a gift out of love. That a surprise invitation or meeting. Cupid's arrow has to do with somebody giving someone a gift. What is this about? Hold on. You're like dumping so much information on me at once that it has to do with a Queen of Wands. Okay, a Queen of Wands and a King of Pentacles and a King of Cups, and somebody being stressed out, nervous, anxious, worried, stuck up in their head, scared. Okay, about a King of Wands taking action. What are they taking action towards? Or why is somebody scared of this act? The Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this has to do with a lot of money, generational wealth, somebody taking action here towards this. It has to do with somebody losing a lot of money, losing abundance. Okay. A Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords. What the heck are you? Wait a minute. It's kind of all over the place. What is this about? It's about somebody's pathway being blocked. With a marriage. All right, so somebody's pathway with a marriage got blocked, or they couldn't keep going down a pathway here with a marriage. And so they're stressed out about this, about a permanent ending, a death. This has to do with a Queen of Pentacles. They're trying to balance something out, a King of Pentacles. Do you want me to do a crime reading, or why is this so confusing here? The Fool. This has to do with them taking a leap of faith here, or somebody's going to try and take a leap of faith. They want to try and defend themselves. Or this has to do with someone defending themselves, trying to disconnect themselves from something, or... Okay. There's some sort of quick action. There's some sort of quick action being taken here that's going to lead to someone's bad luck, bad fortune, bad karma, or because they know that's coming. So regardless of the details that are kind of all over the place. I mean, that could be a message in itself, is that someone else's energy here is kind of all over the place. And it could be because they're stressed out about something. They're worried that some sort of a plan's not working. They're trying to figure out how they can balance it out. So it kind of feels like they could be bouncing off between a lot of different thoughts and ideas. Because there's something here about somebody giving someone a gift in love. Then we have a lover. Then we have a snake. A pathway being blocked with a marriage. It's kind of like, where's the line? Okay, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like someone knows that they're at the bottom of the wheel, or there's bad luck coming, or something's not going to go in their favor, and they're stressing out about this. There's a lot of anxiety here, a lot of worrying because of a plan not working. So, all right. So what is this with this King of Pentacles and a group of people here? What is that? It's a choice. They're planning something. That's why. Because someone is planning something here, or they're trying to figure out their options. The Ace of Cups. They're trying to figure out which way to go. Yeah, the Chariot. They're trying to figure, yeah, they're stressed out, okay? And I feel like that's why the cards are coming out all over the place. So this person's mind could be all over the place. They're trying to figure out which way to move forward here. So what exactly are they trying to balance out? A death, a permanent ending. This is what they're trying to balance out, or trying to keep going. They want to keep something going here with a death, a permanent ending, a transformation, so that they can come out of conflict, or they can solve a problem. Or what's the Five of Wands reverse? Six of Swords. Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to get out of this. They need a safe passage out of conflict. So you want to know what this could be then? Is that there's like a lot of loose ends, okay? Like in all different kinds of directions, there's loose ends. And someone is trying to figure out how they can kind of navigate out of this. All right, what's the Eight of Pentacles reverse? A plan is not working here with a Hermit, or they're trying to look within, they're trying to find an answer to something. A Queen of Swords and the Sun and the Lovers. Okay, so it does have something to do with a relationship or a connection of some sorts, a partnership. A Queen of Swords and the Sun. What is that about? The Hermit here. Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to rekindle something or to transform something. They want to change something. They're going to rekindle something. Yeah, it's kind of giving me like a lot of loose ends that they have to figure out how they can tie them up. So they might want to try something again, or they might want to try and rekindle something again in order to transform it. About somebody not being heartbroken, not grieving, not mourning, not being hurt. Okay. What are they so worried about here? What are these people so stressed out and worried about? Nervous about? It's a community. So it's a lot of people. Or maybe they're stressed out and worried about the community, like what I was getting here with journey and adjudication. Is that what it is? So they tried moving something into a different jurisdiction, or they tried doing something in a different place. Now they're worried about that place. So hold on, let me see. Is that what this is? The Devil. They want control, or Yeah, it's backfiring on them. The Star in reverse. Something is blocked. Something is backfiring. This has to do with the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. A Queen of Pentacles is thinking. A Queen of Pentacles is trying to contemplate something. They're trying to go within. They're trying to find peace in something. They're thinking about something, okay? The Wheel of Fortune. The Seven of Pentacles is something about what they're spending their time doing, what they're working towards. That it has to do with this loss of money, loss of an inheritance, losing a lot of money. So whatever they did with this, okay, they could have tried to set something up in a different jurisdiction, in a different place. Something about losing a lot of money, losing generational wealth, losing abundance. But that didn't go the way that they thought it would. And I feel like they're stressing out about that. And now they're trying to figure out how they can balance this out. Okay. The Seven of Swords, so that they can get away with it. They can keep lying about something. Yeah, they don't want the truth to come out about a lie. Keeping something going, keeping something from coming out. Yeah, they're trying to balance something out here with a King of Pentacles. They're trying to switch something around. They're trying to balance something out. They're trying to change something now. And this King of Pentacles is the same person up here with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So, hold on. Who is this King of Pentacles again? What are they trying to balance out here? Ah, look at that. It has something to do with this prosecutor, okay? Or again, something not going to court, prosecution, changing which city, which state, which whatever. The pathway, yeah, they changed something. Look at this, pathway to change. Okay, so it has something to do with what they did to, it almost feels like move the prosecution into a different jurisdiction. And I feel like when they did this, they thought it was going to work out in their favor. And that could be because, look, if they were trying to get something going in this city, in this place, and the truth was coming to light, it kind of feels like they thought, well, if we just move it over here where they don't know us and they don't know all the lies and they don't know anything, we can just lie over here and then start over, right? But I don't think that went as planned, because now they're really worried about they're worried about a community. So it's making me feel like they're worried about this place. Because I don't know, they might have, now they've lied in two different places, right? They've lied in two different cities. They've lied in two different jurisdictions, counties, whatever. That's kind of what this feels like. Is that what this is? Am I getting this right? The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, because they lied. It has to do with a lie that they told. They came in quickly. They didn't really think about what they were saying here. They came in quickly and lied about a lot of money, about an inheritance possibly, about a lot of wealth, okay? And now they're trying to get away with this. And this has to do with a Queen of Wands being really stressed out and nervous and worried and paranoid, and a Knight of Cups. Are these two different people? Yeah, this has to do with them working together with others in the past. So multiple people working together in the past, handing something over, giving something to someone, getting paid for someone, getting paid for something, excuse me. A King of Cups. Who's the King of Cups? King of Cups has come out 3 times. somebody that's getting out of imprisonment, or somebody that's not imprisoned, or this has to do with somebody trying to free themselves from imprisonment. A wealthy man is not expecting something. A wealthy man was not expecting something. A wealthy man wasn't expecting someone to be freed from imprisonment. Yeah, so whatever they did here with this money, okay? Whatever they communicated about this big amount of money, this large amount of inheritance, this large amount of money being lost, they weren't expecting that somebody wouldn't be imprisoned, or somebody wouldn't be taken into custody, or somebody wouldn't be arrested, or they weren't expecting this. All right, okay, so what is this Queen of Wands all worried about? About receiving what you, something progressing, something arriving, something moving forward, receiving what you need. So they're stressed out because they thought they were going to be getting something, something was going to be moving forward, it was going to be going their way, and it didn't. Being charmed or used, the narcissist. This has to do with someone being obsessive, possessive, and controlling. This has to do with a charming narcissist. Somebody dating someone new, going on a date with someone who's controlling, someone who's possessive and obsessive. A narcissist. Okay. And a breakup and a separation. This has to do with a breakup, breaking up with someone, going on a date with someone, breaking up with someone that's codependent, obsessive, and controlling. A narcissist. All right. This has to do with an official. All right, yeah. It has to do with the authorities. That's really what I feel. Something about the police maybe, or law, or prosecution. I don't know, something like that. They're concerned. They're concerned about official people. Okay, so I feel like these are people that are concerned about the law. They're concerned about the police maybe. Oh my God, look at this. High honor in reverse, courthouse in reverse. Yeah, something about corrupt prosecution, okay? Or somebody doing something illegal. And this has to do with a great fortune. So what is this? Is this these people stressing out because their ally, their corrupt ally, King of Pentacles, is being found out? So now they're stressing out, or what? Is that what this meltdown is about? Their corrupt ally in law, okay? Is that what this is about? It's about a main female that had an expectation with it has to do with a main female expecting a child. A main female expecting a child. So it has to do with pregnancy, or they were expecting something with a child, or they were expecting a main female to be seen as innocent, okay? Yeah, I think I'm going to make this a crime reading, guys, okay? Because this one is a bit all over the place. So, okay, we'll see if there's more that comes out in a second, if you guys want to stick around for that. I'm just going to leave that here. So tell me about this King of Cups and an illusion, or someone is confused about a betrayal. The snake. Man, okay, so these are a bunch of snakes that are still trying to get their way. They're still trying to figure something out. They're trying to be clever. And this has to do with a separation. Somebody being unsure of the future. Someone in separation. Happiness. Paradise. Okay. What is this confusion, this illusion here? about a house, about something that happened at a house. Something that happened at a house. All right, tell me about this Queen of Swords reverse. They're getting a message of concern about a Queen of Swords in the reverse. They're getting a message of concern, okay? That there's someone that did something corrupt, or there's a corrupt person, or something was illegal, okay? They're concerned. They're concerned about their corrupt, illegal, corrupt friend here, I guess, okay? They're concerned about their corrupt friend-in-law. Why are they also concerned about that guy? Because of lovers, all right? And somebody not giving someone a gift. Not wanting to give something to someone. I feel like this has something to do with what's going on behind the scenes, all right? Maybe that's why it's kind of vague, because I can tell that there's something going on here with a corrupt official, a corrupt prosecutor, possibly a corrupt law enforcement official that's working together with these people, helping them in some sort of way. They tried to move something over to a different jurisdiction, possibly. But I feel like that did not go the way they thought it would either. And now everybody's kind of concerned because there's too many like loose ends everywhere. There's too many people involved now that are kind of starting to catch on to something not being right. And now their only ally here is also being exposed, keeps coming out as a corrupt person. So a wealthy man, yeah, the King of Pentacles or something like that, or a wealthy man and a mature man. Okay, or something to do with money, someone's money. A mature man, this has to do with money, a lot of money, okay. Yeah, I can tell you want me to do a crime hour. Every time Spirit wants me to do a crime hour, the first message comes out like not enough details. So what else are we missing here? Judgment in reverse. Someone is under harsh judgment. Someone is being judged right now for a relationship or a partnership or working together here. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's their fate. That's their karma. That's what's coming. It's a fated event that these people are under harsh judgment. And I feel like they feel it and they're starting to panic and they're starting to kind of, I don't know, like, it feels a bit stressy, a little bit of desperate, you know, a little bit of like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Something like that. Yeah, exactly. 6 of Wands. This has to do with trying to hold on to something here, something that is in someone's possession or something they're trying to control, about a lack of love, no new beginning in love, losing something here. They're trying to hold on to something. They're trying to defend something here with a Hierophant. They're under judgment because there was no fight. There was no competition. There was no fight. There was no argument. They're under harsh judgment for something that they lied about. So this is them trying to figure out how they're going to get themselves out of something that they already lied about in the past. Yeah, by trying to create more confusion. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, let's see. What the heck is going on here with this King of Pentacles and something going somewhere else? Driving, drive-by. A detective, alibi. Somebody is trying to give an alibi to a detective, or someone's trying to create an alibi for a detective about driving somewhere. F is trying to create an alibi because of someone being, or this person is corrupt. A corrupt detective. Oh my God, look at this. A corrupt detective. A corrupt detective is trying to create an alibi, or someone is trying to create an alibi here to a detective. F, this has to do with driving somewhere. Surveillance, cybercrime. This has to do with having a cybercrime under surveillance. Or a corrupt detective tried to create an alibi Okay, how? With a landlord. Good news. Because they thought someone was getting good news about a landlord, or witchcraft. They thought they could get good news with witchcraft. They thought they could get good news with witchcraft. This is how a corrupt detective tried to create an alibi for cybercrime surveillance. What? And clothes. Clothes? Cyber stalking. Cyber stalking, cybercrime, cyber surveillance. Counterfeit, B. Something is counterfeit. Because of something being counterfeit with F and B. At a real estate property, N. Something is counterfeit at a real estate property. Witchcraft and clothes. This is good news. Because something, the law and because the law invaded your privacy. The law, someone in law, a corrupt detective in law was invading your privacy. They were surveilling you. They were cyber stalking you, and they need an alibi for why they did this. Okay. Somebody wearing a disguise, and this has to do with someone wearing a disguise with clothes. Okay. And lace, solar plexus, laced clothes, to disguise something with laced clothes, a cybercrime. What the hell is this? Okay. A. This has to do with A. And ketamine. A and ketamine. And a post box. They tried to get themselves an alibi for a cybercrime by disguising something with clothes or laced. They tried to lace ketamine maybe into something. Pressing charges. Because of somebody pressing charges. This has to do with a secret society and someone being possessed by a demon and witchcraft. Or they tried to keep something a secret about somebody doing witchcraft, being possessed by a demon. What the hell? Okay. And this all has to do with a corrupt detective that's trying to help them with an alibi at a real estate property because of a cybercrime. And this has to do with a job or a business, and the number 3. Or 3 people maybe, or 3 things. Somebody that's retired from the UK. Okay. This has to do with someone not being home, IP address, mail, something sent in the mail while someone was not home, post box, and M. IP address, something to do with the address of a post box. Somebody sending something in the mail to an address, but someone was not home. And this has to do with the UK. It was identity fraud. Okay, hold on. So someone here did something with something being, I mean, it could be this, right? Ketamine, okay. Identity fraud. Committing identity fraud with something being sent to the post box, but you were not home. They sent something to your mailbox while you were not there. Maybe someone stole whatever this is out of your mailbox because they knew you wouldn't be there. So they had something sent somewhere where they knew you wouldn't be so that they could get it out of the mail. S9, the number 9 and S. And this has to do with them trying to cover up a cybercrime because they need an alibi, income. They need an alibi for some sort of income. Social Security. They might have committed Social Security fraud. Okay. And that's game over for them. Yes. Okay. So this one's a bit wild, all right, but I'm just going to try and sum up what came out here. So there's some people, they committed some sort of identity fraud in your name using your Social Security details or your information. This could have to do with income and where is it? Identity fraud. Income in a job or a business, all right? Someone here was trying to press charges, or maybe they wanted charges pressed on you because they were the ones committing identity fraud. They had something sent to a post box, a mailbox, while you were not home. This could be something like drugs, okay? Because they wanted to lace drugs into something because they were committing a cybercrime and they wanted to do this at a real estate property. And this has to do with someone trying to create an alibi about someone driving somewhere or driving by somewhere, or they try to create an alibi for this setup. They try to create an alibi for this. So it's almost like they knew that you were going to be coming somewhere. They knew you were going to be coming to some sort of a real estate property. And when you were there, they might have wanted to drug you, okay, in order to cover up a cybercrime. So they tried creating an alibi for this. And this has to do with a corrupt detective, okay? Wow. All right. Well, geez. Okay, so okay, what does that have to do with someone losing money though? Like a lot of money, 10 of Pentacles reverse. It has to do with this person that's corrupt. Okay, so this is Mr. Corrupt Prosecutor again, corrupt law official. Okay. Clothes, A. This has to do with A, wearing clothes. So this could be someone that tried to disguise themselves and wear clothes that like look like you to make themselves look like you. Okay, so this corrupt person might have known. M, post box. This has to do with something in the mail. clothes in the mail. Somebody sending clothes in the mail. Clothes in the post box. Cyber stalking. Revenge. Somebody wanted revenge for cyber stalking. What the hell? Case. This has to do with a case with T. Who the hell wanted revenge for cyber stalking? They're cyber stalking you and they want revenge? What does that mean? It means that a main male, their plan wasn't going to work with a divorce. A plan wasn't going to work out, or there was a divorce, or somebody wasn't working on a marriage. Nobody was working on a marriage. So someone wanted revenge because they were cyber stalking. What the hell? Okay, why were they cyber stalking you then? Or they were cyber stalking you because of revenge, or because they thought, or someone told them that you want revenge, or robbery. No, this has to do with something that they stole. Whoa, clothes, and now it says undercover. Is this underwear? I don't know. Underwear, robbery, undercover robbery, a chronic illness. Someone's wife and cocaine. What is, or is it something with C-O-C-O? Is it coffee? I don't know. Or something with C-O, what is that? Oops. Trade job. This has to do with someone who's a mechanic, an electrician. Sorry, selling something for money. Child support. Third party. This has to do with a third party and a child. And someone wanting revenge. And this has to do with a robbery. And a sacrifice. I feel like this is something about witchcraft, a sacrifice, possessed by a demon. What is that about? That a dirty official made a false statement, about F, and someone being a witness. So somebody made a false statement pretending to be a witness to a dirty official. Okay, AF. And this has to do with someone's choice. This has to do with the choices that they made with some sort of a trust fund. Okay, so basically, these people make horrible choices with money. Then they try to set you up, and they're working together with a corrupt, dirty official. They all try to come forward as false witnesses. Yeah, okay. And then money laundering, attack. What is this with clothes? Look at this. I don't think this is money laundering. I think this has to do with laundry, okay? Attack with laundry. Attack with clothes. That's where they got the clothes from. Oh, now I get it. This is about how, okay, so they try to set something up here with an attack, okay, or somebody wearing your clothes, somebody looking like you in a disguise, someone pretending to be you with an attack. It's like, how did they do that? Well, they had your clothes. Where'd they get your clothes from? From the laundry. And this has to do with this corrupt official. That's what I'm getting here. Is that the corrupt, dirty official, the corrupt prosecutor, help facilitate something with like theft of your clothes. All right. AF keeps coming out. In order to stage something here. That is just weird as hell. Okay. Underwear. Is it underwear? Is it, why do I feel like it's your underwear? Again, undercover, under the covers. They stole your underwear. Undercover robbery? I think this is underwear. They stole your underwear. How, might you ask? Well, ask the prosecutor, okay? Who that person knows who could have stole your underwear. That's really weird, yo. Okay, so there's a copycat in disguise wearing your underwear, I guess. A is wearing your underwear? Disgusting. Okay. Nasty. All right. Landlord. Okay. Oh, when they broke in? Landlord break-in. So you're telling me that someone helped, someone that lives in your home, lives around your home, landlord, neighbors, someone help these people break into your house to steal your underwear? Or to wear your underwear in a disguise? And pretend to be you under the covers? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Unalive, self-deleting. I pulled, because of someone getting pulled in for questioning, what the hell is that? Undercover robbery, break-in, DIA. Oh, help these people steal your bar or bra? Undercover or underwear? Underwear and bra. E, a negotiation they made with E and D. Oh, no way. Okay, DIA. This has to do with something on a camera and fentanyl. Somebody on a camera, something on a... Yo, these are people that help these weirdos break into your house or help them steal your underwear or your clothes to create some sort of videos here. Something on a camera, okay? Third eye. Yeah, that's what they did. It was 3 people? Is this third eye or is it 3 people? All right, so who's the third person wearing your underwear and your clothes? The copycat, that's who. Gossip and to create gossip and slander. And the 2 people that helped these weirdos break into your house, they're the ones that are connected to the prosecutor. All right? That's the motive. That's how that all ties in together. Betrayal. The motive for the betrayal. All right? So here's what I'm getting. Look. There's 2 people here that, or 1 person, I don't know, helped this group of people break into your house to do God knows what. All right, weird shit, apparently, in your underwear, okay? Whatever, yo. Okay, and these 2 people, they're connected to the prosecutor. That's why the prosecutor, the dirty official here, is helping everyone cover this up, I guess. That's how it connects. Okay. A teacher and a violent crime. Okay, so then they tried to stage a violent crime here, all right? Oh, over an affair. All right, over an affair. Okay. a relationship because of an STD and an airplane. Because of an STD and an affair and an airplane, all right? So a violent crime over an STD, a relationship, and an affair. So that's what they try to set up here, I guess, okay? And this has to do with some weirdo wearing your underwear and after they broke into your house? I mean, okay. This has to do with a doctor, P. A doctor, all right. Transferring something to a heart transfer. A transfer doctor. No, I feel like they tried to say that something was transferred, like you gave someone an STD, and they tried to create a fake video of this with a weirdo copycat that got help breaking into your house. I mean, what the hell, yo, okay? And they're all tied to this dirty prosecutor. So, and they tried to say that you gave someone an STD, okay? All right, well, what else? A dirty official knows the witnesses personally, all right? Or these people came forward as witnesses to a dirty official, the witnesses. What about these witnesses? They had a meeting, okay? They had a meeting here. I am. This is a RICO case. Yeah, it definitely is. It's a RICO case with a mole in the system, and the mole is this dirty prosecutor. That's why it's a RICO case, because of this mole, okay, this dirty official, and some sort of pharmaceutical drugs. So at what point did this prosecutor decide to go dark side? Okay, I'm just trying to understand. When did they have this agreement to go into organized crime, huh? When did this dirty prosecutor decide to go into agreement with organized crime? RICO case, mole in the system. This has to do with G and a passport. G and a passport. Okay. Getting money for food or drinks. This has to do with someone getting money for food or drinks, or to put something in your food or in your drinks, money, to get money out of that. Oh, you mean when they found out that the money is tied to murder, or what? When they had a meeting. Okay, so dirty prosecutor has a meeting with someone. Oh, and they're the mole or the informant in the system, all right? Are they saying they have an informant? Are they saying, I have an informant that told me this stuff, or what? This has to do with something in the mail. B and N. Their informants are B and N. That's their informants, all right? F. That's their informant, really. BFN. They're trying to keep this a secret. Wait a minute. You're telling me that this dirty prosecutor is claiming they have an anonymous informant, and the whole time this anonymous informant is the copycat that is dressed like you, disguised like you, breaking into your house, wearing your clothes. That's their informant? Really? Is that what this is? It has to do with a transfer. Transferring undercover? Something being transferred undercover? Or is this underwear being transferred? Or yes, wait a minute, how was the underwear transferred? How are the clothes that were stolen transferred? Undercover transfer. How are things being passed around secretly? Yeah, how is stuff getting passed around secretly? Yes, transferred undercover. Weed medication. Weed and medication. The mail. So this stuff never went through the mail. Or how did something get from the mail to someone else? Or how are things being transferred around? Sent here, but then transferred there? Or medication and weed, mail, undercover transfers. This has to do with secret meetings. Secret meetings with an informant or a mole in the system. Karma. Oh, now you're getting karma for that one. Okay. There's 2. Karma 2? Karma because there's 2? Karma for 2. What's 2 employees. AI and ChatGPT. AI or ChatGPT. 2 employees? 2 employees? Or 2 an employee? With AI, this has to do with AI. So the fake persona or what? Is this AI video or is this AI person? How is this transferred to the employee? Somebody pretending to be an informant, a witness, but they're actually involved? Undercover transfers. The answer is P. The answer is P, cryptocurrency. The answer is P, cryptocurrency. R, PR, RP. You're the South. This is someone from the South and you're protected by angels? What the heck is this, man? All right. PR, the South. Betrayal. A betrayal in the South. That's the sign or the message about a ring or jewelry. The sign or the message about a ring or jewelry and J. The answer, this is the answer to the South, someone from the South, a betrayal over a ring or jewelry. That's the answer to an employee and someone using AI or ChatGPT, cryptocurrency and transfers. Something being transferred. What? Yeah, it has to do with weed. The secret about weed? A secret society in weed? R, Europe. What? R in Europe. Let's see. Somebody being a dealer? Okay, wait a minute. This has to do with a secret society in Europe and a dealer, a weed dealer? CR? A weed dealer that's part of a European secret society? Okay, robbery. A negotiation with I. Someone negotiated a robbery with CRI, a dealer. A video to get, somebody even negotiated something for a robbery to get something on video, or to get a robbery on video, and gave someone hush money. Okay. Paid them, paying for opiates. Paying for opiates to cause a death. M-E or W-E? Is this weed? Again, weed. It has something to do with a weed dealer, okay? Somebody who sells weed. And giving someone hush money for a video and a robbery. A robbery on a video, or stealing something for a video. Someone, they're being blackmailed, C, or someone is blackmailing someone, C, or someone is being blackmailed because of C, or C is blackmailing someone, or C is being blackmailed. Okay, someone's being blackmailed with a wire. Someone is being blackmailed with something on a wire. That they were hired and made an offer. They were made an offer to say that someone is depressed on sexting, and they were hired, and now they're being blackmailed. So who's being blackmailed? A friend, money. Somebody is being blackmailed with money, a friend. Or they're blackmailing someone with the money that they sent them, or something that they have. Blackmail. Okay. All right, I'm already at an hour, but I don't know if I have all the information for this one. Feels like a lot of information here. Okay, so there was no fight. So what else do you want to say then? This has to do with cryptocurrency. It has to do with a ring or jewelry. Cryptocurrency. Are these all the loose ends they're trying to tie up right now? A prescription, Russia, and a computer or a laptop. I feel like these are I feel like these are all the loose ends they're trying to tie up here. Okay, something about Russia or a Russian or Eastern European. Okay, computer or laptop. This has to do with internet. Something that they did on the internet, on a computer or a laptop. Cryptocurrency. And something on a camera. And the fact that A, look, I swear to God, A keeps coming out with camera. A is the one on the camera, okay? A is the one in the video. A is the one in a video wearing your undercover and bars or whatever that is, all right? A on the video, camera, club or bar, Or something about someone being taped at a club or being taped at a bar. Somebody sending cryptocurrency. Okay. This has to do with somebody making a false statement that someone is obsessed in a relationship. So somebody is making a false statement about someone being obsessed because of cryptocurrency. Okay. H. This is a copycat. I was waiting for that one to come out, really. Buying. Warning. There's a warning here because somebody buying something is the copycat. Or somebody is buying something from a copycat. Warning. Somebody is buying something from the copycat. On a computer or laptop, a prescription. Warning, it's a copycat that someone is buying something from. Okay, I don't know what that means, but what does that mean? That's the smoking GUN. That's the smoking GUN. Is that someone is innocent. You. Wait, GUN? Opioids. From a job or a business while someone was not home. They did something while you were not home, or that's not your home, or something about while you were not home. The copycat was pretending to be you with the help from the dirty prosecutor and their family, or what? The Russians. Okay, Social Security, income garnishment. Because they committed Social Security fraud and they're trying to make something look like it's your income. So what, they're pretending to be a dealer in front of your house? Okay, B and A, all right. Cocaine. Yeah, this has to do with something in the mailbox. Because something that they're doing with the mail is corrupt. Okay, so look, cocaine and clothes. Because something that they did with the mail or the mailbox or how they were sending things back and forth, that's what was corrupt. Something with the mailbox, postbox, corrupt. Clothes and drugs. T. H. Overdose. And some, this has to do with an overdose and a will. Oh, is that 10 of Pentacles in reverse? So something about a will. Or is it weed? I don't know. Or a will, I don't know. A will or a weed. It has to do with something they stole. Blackmail. Stealing the mail. Okay, all right. They stole something out of the mail, okay? Or they stole something and they sent it in the mail. Or they're doing something corrupt or illegal with the mail, like stealing your mail or having things sent to your house when you're not there. They did something with the mail, okay? Or stealing your mail. They stole your mail and now they're being blackmailed with this. Or they're being blackmailed because they stole your clothes. C. They're being blackmailed with robbery. They're being blackmailed with breaking into your house, stealing your clothes, and maybe even stealing your mail or doing something with mail while you're not home. Or these people know that you're not going to be home for a while. Maybe they know you're out of town, so they have something sent to your home, and then whoever this is takes it on, or I don't know what it is, okay? The mail. This has to do with the mail. Something illegal they did with the mail. So either it's like stealing your mail or doing stuff with your mail or your post box while you're not home, or it's like something wasn't sent through the mail. It was first given to the dirty prosecutor who then sent it somewhere else, or something about the way that they transferred evidence back and forth or transferred things back and forth, or how something got into someone's possession, or how evidence got into this person's possession, or how they stole things, or something about the mail. Divorce. That has to do with the divorce. A divorce, mail. Investigation into a divorce. They claimed that they got something out of the mailbox for an investigation in a divorce, but actually this was given to them by something that was stolen. Robbery. So they stole something. It could be your clothes. It could be something. I don't know. Something out of your mailbox or something that they sent to themselves. I have no idea. They stole something. They committed robbery. They broke in. They tried to plant things. All right. And then they gave it to the prosecutor. And the prosecutor what? Then pretends that they got it from someone else in an investigation in this divorce, claiming that someone else had this in their possession or someone else got this in the divorce, but it's all coming from the same people. So the same people keep giving them, they keep filing it into the system, they keep bringing it into the system in this investigation, and they're claiming, oh, this is from this person, this is from that person, but it's actually all coming from the same source. And that has to do with them doing things around your house while you're not home, or breaking into your mailbox, or having things sent to you when you're not there, or just straight up stealing things, all right? A in the nude. This has to do with A and nudes. A in the nude. A wearing your underwear. Oh, maybe that's what they sent to the prosecutor. So it's like, how the fuck did the prosecutor get your underwear? Well, from this copycat who's working together with these other people that help them break into your house and steal your things. That's where. A. All of this was falsified and fabricated, all right? Or something about fabric. Something like that, man. I'm going to leave it there, okay? I hope this helps, guys. Let's see, anything else? A brother and a mother. Oh, yeah, what I say. Prosecutors' family members helped them do this, right? Yeah. February, September, and May. A father, Libra and Aries. Really, Libra, Aries, and then we have father, brother, mother. All right. Well, okay. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.